where you only need the light when it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the road when you're missing home, only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go.
I stayed with Y Dance because I just really enjoyed being around my friends. It was something that we all had in common.
I got really close with my team members, like the older I got, and I felt like a good example like for them. And so I just stuck it out because of them and because of how much joy it brought to me.
And realized that dancing is something that just really makes me happy, and that continues to be true today.
I realized what it did for me, and it wasn't, it was still fun, but it wasn't just for fun anymore. It was like something that I had to do.
Took a little less than a year off, and it just wasn't okay. I had to get back into the studio and do what I believe I was born to be a part of, and that's dance.
It's been years since we carved our names on a clock tower door before everything changed. We were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin, and we'd throw our kites to the wind, and they fly on and on and on and on.
So one of my favorite Y Dance memories is actually from when I've been teaching rather than being a dancer myself, and that was when we went to Tulsa Regionals, and we saw This Town being performed. It was the first time I'd actually seen it all full out with everything put together, and it was just, 40 dancers on stage, and they just absolutely killed it.
Our bonding sessions, they were just so random, and the way that Shelly would squeal at us, she just had her own twist on things.
There was a part in the piece where Shelly wanted a few people to do tilt jumps as a spotlight, and I was notoriously known to be the performer and not the technician. I have never been flexible and could hardly, hold my leg up. But she selected me to do the tilt jump section, and I stood there and said, "I think you might be mistaken. I can't do this." And she was like, "No, I want you to do it." And that was a really, really great moment for me. Not because I'd accomplished something, but because I hadn't really. Let's be honest, my tilt jump was not good enough to be in that dance, but that was her signal to me: you push yourself and you get this so that it can't be in the dance.
And when we did Beautiful Freaks at Nationals in Branson and won like everything, that was pretty exciting.
When we're all working together and making a dance or anything look really good, and we're all feeling good about it, and there's no contention or anything.
On and on and on and on, on and on and on.
A few things I learned while dancing were just that you're not going to be as good as everyone else, and there's going to be people that are a lot better than you, and you're going to be right next to them. When you're performing, you're going to be in front of judges and all these people, but you just have to do it for yourself.
Most definitely, it unleashed my creativity.
Persistence, just doing my best.
I think that hard work and dedication was a big one, just because we would dance for 8, 10 hours a day, and it was hard and tiring, and you wouldn't want to be there sometimes, but you worked through it.
I think respect is a really big thing that you learn for being in any classroom setting, especially in dance. You know, you have to respect your dance teachers, you have to respect their choreography, you have to respect their creative process, and then you have to respect your fellow dancers too.
The flexibility and definitely the discipline. Just having to be so regimented from going to practice from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Like, life is like that, and it gives you the discipline to know what needs to be done.
For everything changed, we were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin, and we'd throw our kites to the wind, and they fly on and on and on and on.
I think there's one main reason to be a Y dancer, and I think it's because our academy has a great balance between striving to be the best and being competitive, but also staying true to our morals and our values.
We're a big, happy family, and no matter what, we always have each other.
I love going to competitions and seeing our numbers not looking like anything else and not even looking like each other. I think that speaks volumes about the level of diversity of our dancers, especially the level of diversity of our faculty members, and that we're able to really put on a lot of different hats.
You're a role model for the community. People look up to you. People still today come up to me and are like, oh, you were a dancer. I remember you, and it was good and all that stuff. And it makes me happy.
Not only do you get really good technique and training, but you get really good life lessons.
All of the people that you get to be around every day, and everyone's really nice and supportive, and they just help you grow as a person and a dancer.
Carved our names on it. Carved our names on it. It's been years since we carved our names on a clock tower door before everything changed. We were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin.
Having graduated the program, I am proudest because I've grown so much as not only a teacher and choreographer, but as a person.
It's nice that I was able to stick with it, and I got to be with my friends and still made great memories, some of the best memories that I'll have.
We've made leaps and bounds technique-wise. I mean, our dancers are, you know, light years beyond what we were when I was even a senior. So, and that's not a negative thing. It's a great thing.
Dancing for so long was able to make me a lot more confident and a lot more outgoing, and I don't really think that would have happened to me had I not started dancing.
I think it's given this community more dancers to use in shows. I think it's given this community more performers, and I think that it's honestly just given the community a better creative foundation. Favorite pieces, definitely Cold Day in July.
Cold Day in July.
Even though I wasn't in it, Cold Day in July.
The Gambler.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love was just a blast.
Falling Slowly.
Falling Slowly.
Probably Falling Slowly.
I enjoyed Yellow because of how emotional it was and how this controversy between the sides and how the difference in it. That was a really good outspoken piece.
Yellow.
Yellow for sure, and they're doing that one this year, so that's exciting.
Selena last year.
A number that I wasn't in, Cold Hearted Snake.
I really like Beautiful Freaks because it was really fun.
Like the Egyptian one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was actually just thinking.
I mean, I'll be a little tacky and say this town at our 20th anniversary that you'll probably see that number.
The newspaper one that we went to, the top 5, our first time at Nationals in Wichita.
Blessings that I did my senior year just because it was like the last dance that I ever did with the Y.
costume would have to be Beautiful Freaks.
The Beautiful Freaks.
I could tell you my least favorite costume.
Yeah.
I liked the green sparkly tops that we wore our last year.
The green sequin dresses.
I liked our black dresses we wore for Cinema Italiano.
Costumes weren't a strong suit of the Y when I was in the
We
program.
were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin, and we'd throw our kites to the wind, and they fly on and 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 on.
Being a dancer at the Y, I'm able to give my heart and my passion to all the dancers I teach now.
The love that it brought me.
Projecting myself, being me as a person, dancing really helped kind of break me out of my shell. I was a shy person as a child, and so it just kind of helped me be a more outgoing person.
Oh, just joy.
The most important thing I could say to a Y dancer is just, you can always get better.
Just remember to be kind to your teachers and to your fellow dancers. We're there as a big family, so don't forget that you're part of that family.
So stick with it. It's gonna give you so much more joy than anything else you can do.
Stick it out. It's worth it. You'll miss it one day. I promise.
Stick with it, because there are hard times and you want to quit and you don't want to go to dance that day or spend the 10 hours at the studio, but by the time you leave, you feel good about yourself. You made it through those 10 hours and it's like an accomplishment.
No matter what, it's going to be worth it in the end, whether you stay through your senior year or if you decide that there's something else you'd rather do besides dance. I think no matter what, you can take a lot of good things away from dancing through the program, no matter how long it is.
I look back and I would do anything in my power to go back and compete with everyone. So enjoy it while it lasts, because it doesn't last forever.
I can see what has happened in the 10 years that I've been here, and it's incredible.
We light dims. Tower's gone now. Throw our dust to the wind.
I am unable to be there today because my own kids have a show here in Arizona, but I want to tell you how proud I am to have been a part of building up the Y Academy of Dance. I remember so well when Jack asked me to take over the program. I believe I said no 2 times because I knew it was going to be so much work, and it truly was so much work. But he talked to me during those moments of convincing and told me how it was such a wonderful feeling to be able to build something from the ground up, and he was absolutely right. I am so glad that I had the opportunity to work there and to be a part of that. And I know that anything that I did right or good was because the Lord was inspiring me and helping me along the way, and because I had amazing support from super faculty members, and because you guys made it great. You made it what it is. I hope that you know you have a wonderful community and a really good thing going there with the Y Academy of Dance. I hope that's something that you never ever take for granted. And I hope you know how much I love you.
We miss you guys. We love you.
I want to introduce the closing number of the show, Carrying the Banner. And I hope that you will continue to carry the banner strong and high and proud for many, many years to come.